What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Joey Spencer versus Kevin Salgado, and this was a 10-rounder in the super-welterweight division, and this fight was Sunday, September 4th, from the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, California, and this fight was broadcasted on Fox, and in this fight, Joey Spencer was able to get a wide unanimous decision victory over Kevin Salgado. So I personally scored this bout 99-91 in favor of Joey Spencer. The three judges scored this bout 99-91 twice and 100-90 once, all in favor of Joey Spencer to win by unanimous decision. So this was a very, very good step up for Joey Spencer. He fought a guy who was coming off a draw against Bryant Perella, and I thought this was going to be a much tougher fight for Joey Spencer, but he showed that he's a real solid fighter, and this was a real step up. Before this fight, he didn't fight anyone who was remotely competitive with him, and this guy, who I thought was going to be competitive and who was a good fighter, Joey Spencer beat with ease. So just to break this fight down round by round, the first 4 rounds were clear for Joey Spencer. It's not like he was beating up Kevin Salgado. He was just touching him. He was jabbing him to the body, landing the better shots overall, and just outworking Salgado. Salgado was trying to land some shots of his own, but wasn't really having much success, and Spencer won the first 4 easily. But then in the 5th round, that round was the closest round of the fight. I actually edged it to Kevin Salgado. I thought Salgado just slightly outworked Joey Spencer. That's just the best way to put it. He just slightly outworked him, but it was still a very competitive round. And one judge gave that round to Spencer, I'm assuming, he obviously gave it to Spencer because he had it 100-90, but I'm assuming the other judges who had it 99-91 also gave that 5th round to Salgado. But as for the rest of the fight, rounds 6 through 10 were just clear rounds and easy rounds to score for Joey Spencer. Like the first 4 rounds, he was just jabbing to the body, the jabbing to the head, landing the better shots, landing some nice hooks, and he just won the fight pretty easily. And he looked good doing it. This was a very solid win for him. I heard some people booing in the crowd. I could understand that because it wasn't the most action-packed fight, but it was still a very good win for Joey Spencer against a very solid opponent in Kevin Salgado. So this goes into the question, what is next for Joey Spencer? Now 16-0. This is definitely the best win of his career thus far. A very solid win over a game opponent in Salgado. So I would expect in his next fight for him to be stepping up again, facing maybe someone who's in the top 25, top 20. This is where Salgado was around ranked. I think Boxer kind of maybe number 40 or somewhere around there, which is a solid ranking. So, I think Joey Spencer's only going to continue going up. And, I think in his next fight, they could make a fight with him and Bryant Perella. That'd be a very, very good step up for him. Obviously, Perella had a draw with Tony Harrison, had a draw with Salgado. I thought that Perella won this fight versus Salgado, but still nonetheless, I would like to see Joey Spencer take on someone who's a bit higher ranked than Salgado, or really just any step up, or even take on Bryant Perella in his next fight or two. But as for Kevin Salgado, losing here for the first time in his career, I still think he's a very solid fighter, and I definitely think that in his next few fights, the PBC will be putting him against some decent level opponents. Maybe he might face some lower level guys on an undercard or a preliminary bout on a PBC card before maybe getting another step up, like when he fought Perella, or even here when he got the shot on Fox to take on Joey Spencer, which is a very, very good sort of attraction fight for people to see, because you're getting press from people just watching on Fox. It was primetime on Fox, 8 p.m., so I'm sure it got a lot of eyes. So I think it's just very good for him to really just be out here fighting some of these very good names. He's fighting Spencer here, although he did lose pretty easily. Still in the fight before, he does have a draw versus a credible name, so I'm sure that he will be getting some decent fights in the near future. So overall, Joey Spencer defeats Kevin Salgado by a wide unanimous decision because he just dictated the pace throughout the fight and landed the better shots and outworked his opponent. And that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.